Hi, I I'm back. It's Gina. If I look a mess, it's because I feel a mess. So Friday, in 2 days, I have my second half dose of Ocrevus, which will make it a full dosage at the end of that. I'm excited. I'm a little nervous because last time I got just kind of weird, anxious feelings after for like a week, and kind of my head was spinning. I think that things were turning back on almost, which is a good thing. At the same time, it was a little bit nerve-wracking. Back as far as last December, I've had some really bad heart, I want to say palpitations, but I'm not sure what they are. My heart races. Quick backstory on that is, all my life when I've gone to the doctor, a new doctor to establish service, they've taken my pulse and they have listened to my heart, and then they have asked me if I would be opposed to an ECG because my resting heart rate is usually somewhere like 52 and at night I can drop into the 40s. They asked if I was an athlete of sorts because your heart muscle can get really strong, I guess, and not need as many beats to be efficient. And I am not. I'm not an athlete. I don't do much of any kind of exercise in protest. That's a whole nother story. Anyway, last December, I had the weirdest chest feelings. My heart fluttered often, hard, to the point where I was in bed for a few days. I thought I was sick. By the time I stood up, I got very dizzy, blacked out, thought I was dehydrated perhaps. And when I went into the hospital, I had a crazy resting heartbeat. It was resting like 123 to 139, kind of just bouncing back and forth with no real reason. And I had very low blood pressure, and they stabilized everything and sent me back home. I did a follow-up with my primary care. I went into their office, and the MA thought her oximeter was broken because I was having the same issues. And then she brought in the big old Nell cord that has the cord, and that one did the same thing. So she kind of threw her hands up. She's like, I'll let the doctor decide. He thought it was coffee, so he took me off of coffee for a week. I followed up 10 days later with no coffee, which is not fun at all, and had a slight improvement. My resting heartbeat was down to somewhere between 190 and 113, but it kind of comes and goes. So he said just to lay off the coffee and we'll kind of monitor it. Because of that, I've noticed when I wake from rapid heartbeat, I wear a smartwatch all the time so that I can check it, especially in the middle of the night. And often I will wake up with a racing heart, not from a bad dream that I can recall, but something that gets me in a panic and like jolts me awake. And I'll check my heart rate and it'll be like 113, 118, and I haven't moved from my sleeping position. So the other day I messaged my neurologist asking, is this just something that comes with the MS? And he said that should not be happening, and seemed more concerned than I was about it. And so he has asked me to start this. He's asked me to start a heart monitor for 14 days. These are like the old heart holsters, but without any strings. So the reason I'm dressed like that are the application requires it to be flat on my skin, and have this little book here. So I read through it and I figure I'll get that done. I'm supposed to use a template to place it. I'm small or it's large, I haven't decided. And then once I place it, I have all these instructions on what not to do. So that's my thing today. So I think this is it. Collar, arrow straight up. It says, stand in front of the mirror, remove your clothing so that you can see your chest clearly. Hold the ZIO card template to the upper left side of your chest. It should be on the flattest spot, which this is as flat as it gets. Just below your collarbone with the arrow pointing straight up. So I do believe that that is where it's going to go. It goes pretty much all the way across my chest, but my collarbone is here, so that seems like it would be most appropriate. Okay, so opening the ZIO. It looks to have an opening here. And it says the first step is to find the abrader in the skin prep placement kit. So I guess that's step number one. I'm opening this up. There's nice little notches to tear. So it's come out a bit. So I'm looking for the skincare kit, which is here, the abrader. So it says to find that, and then 20 strokes diagonally and then up and down. Not sure exactly how that works. Patience patch. Oh, I see. Okay, so it's like sandpaper, just to make your skin abrasive and able to hold the device, I suppose. So 20 strokes. And then in the other direction. Okay, nice little sandpaper scratching me up. So you can see it's all red. Now it says to take the alcohol and clean the area for 1 minute. This may feel very warm on your skin. So, taking the alcohol. And they want me to clean thoroughly for 1 minute. Make sure all the oils and lotions and everything are completely off. I'm just going to turn it inside out. They did give me more than one, so I guess I can definitely use more than one if needed. I'm sure this is just to be sure that there's a very nice fit. So clean it thoroughly and then let it dry. Makes sense. Okay, so now I have a minute of drying. And it says find the ZIO patch, place it on your skin. So I guess this is the part where I find the ZIO patch, and remember that this part has to go. Did you abrade? Yes, I abraded. So it wants me to remember to put the arrow straight up. So it says aim for the upper left side of your chest, the flattest part below your collarbone with the arrow pointing straight up, then stick the skin to the patch. Now once I stick it, I have to leave it for 2 full minutes. So pretty sure it's been more than a minute. Once I put it on, I have to hold on to it for 2 minutes. So you're gonna have to bear with me, and hopefully I figure out how to fast forward that part. Okay, so this is going straight up. This is underneath my collarbone. Okay, straight up under my collarbone, and now I hold. Firmly press to your skin. Rub the adhesive for 2 minutes. Do not move the patch after it's been placed. So rub the adhesive. I'm supposing that makes it warm and pliable. Okay. once I do all this, there's going to be a pull tab, so I'm just trying to, okay, so once 2 minutes is done, I'm going to pull a little tab that I can no longer see. Somewhere around here, there's a tab apparently. Arrow up. I guess this number 2 thing, oh yeah, it says pull the tab marked 1 and then marked 2. So I'm going to pull this one, then I'm going to pull this one, and then I'm going to activate it. So let me just keep on rubbing it, make sure it stays. Hoping that's 2 minutes. Peel off the white marked 1. Okay. That's nice. And then the one marked 2. Okay. So now these are stuck on my skin pretty well. And it says press and release the button in the center of the patch and the patch will flash green. And we'll begin recording. Huh, look at that. So now I have a patch that I'll be wearing for 14 days, as long as it stays on. I don't think it's too obtrusive. Hopefully I have it placed properly. So next step will be, this is here, find the related patient information brochure. There's a symptom log and apparently an application, and I can do those, and then see how it looks. It's not horrible. Remember, excess sweating can shorten wear time. Do not shower the first 24 hours. Keep lotions away. Take short showers with back facing the shower. Press the button to log your symptoms. That's interesting. And return the patch after you're done. So next I'll find my little log and get my app ready and be on the way. Interesting, so I press the button when I'm having a symptom. Quick update on this thing, the ZIO XT. It itches. I'm on day 3 or 4. You can see it's starting to get like a little bit of what Band-Aids do around the edges. It's been about 104 to 106 every single day. Trying to not sweat, because it specifically says trying not to excessively sweat when you're wearing it. But it can be hard when you're doing stuff, going places, even just out to the store, out to the car. It's 100 degrees in the car when you first get in. It's sticking okay. It does move a little, but especially right underneath this little gadget here, there's a very thin layer of a plastic, and under there it gets so irritated. Like wearing a cast irritated, like you just want to scratch it to the core. That's my update.